Yeah, good morning. Welcome to this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. I'm Christian Chuku. On this wonderful edition of the program is a rainy day in the city of Lagos. We are here in Ogba as we get set to get the views of Nigerians on what is happening currently in the country. Today, I have my wonderful, excellent, and committed reviewers here this morning that are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. I'm Christian Chuku. On this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand, I have Mr. Charles, I have Mr. David, I have Mr. Kunle, and I have every other person coming on their way to do justice to the newspaper headlines. Let's move over. I have the Daily Sun newspaper with me here this morning. The Daily Sun newspaper, and I also have the Vanguard newspaper this morning. What does the Vanguard have for us? Bandits kill 17 injured cause in mosque, abduct 18 in fresh Niger attack. Bandits kill 17 injured cause in mosque, abduct 18 in fresh Niger attack. According to Malami this morning, you aid litigants to assault judiciary, CGN tells NBA. You aid litigants to assault judiciary, CGN tells NBA. Security operatives violating presidential order to shoot criminals with AK-47, says Akeredolu. Security operatives violating presidential order to shoot criminals with AK-47, says Akeredolu. Declaring bandits as terrorists will come at a price. That's from Gumi this morning. Declaring bandits as terrorists will come at a price, according to Gumi. Okay, Otedola First Bank share rises to 2.45% as Security Exchange Commission investigates. First Bank shares rises to 2.45% as Security Exchange Commission, that is SEC, investigates. Main headline on the Vanguard newspaper this morning: E-Naira can raise our GDP by $29 billion in 10 years. E-Naira can raise our GDP by $29 billion in 10 years from Buhari. Recall that yesterday, E-Naira was unveiled by the president yesterday. 33 banks fully integrated and live on the platform. 33 banks fully integrated and live on the platform. That's from the CBN. Says 120 merchants successfully registered. Notes over 2,000 customers onboarded. Tax base will increase as small businesses move to formal sector. Buhari enthusiasts. Conversion, October 31 remains sacrosanct. PDP is saying that October 31 convention remain sacrosanct despite the legal tussle and legal litigation affecting the party. UBS gross earnings hit 490.3 billion naira reports 37% profit growth. UBS gross earnings hit 490.3 billion naira reports 37% profit growth. Police quiz 6 over Vanguard reporters' disappearance. Wow. Police quiz 6 over Vanguard reporters' disappearance. Wow. The job of a reporter in times like this in Nigeria is very risky, and we know what we face every day when we go for our various assignments. Okay, economy. Let's act with fierce urgency. NESG tells federal government orders. Let's act with fierce urgency. NESG tells federal government orders. 1,436 school children, 17 teachers kidnapped in 10 months. UNICEF. 1,436 school children, 17 teachers kidnapped in 10 months. UNICEF. Oyo jailbreak, an act of terrorism. Senator Folarin saying that Oyo jailbreak is an act of terrorism. From Senator Folarin. We won't allow terrorists hijack Anambra poll. We won't allow terrorists hijack Anambra poll. From NSA, from National Security Advisor, that they won't allow terrorists hijack Anambra poll. Let's go to the Sun newspaper this morning. Main headline on the Sun newspaper this morning: Booming, Nigeria will end if Buhari brands bandits terrorists. Nigeria will end if Buhari brands bandits terrorists. Banditry. Akeredolu, governor of Ondo State, fumes, says nomadic farming culture outdated. Says nomadic farming culture outdated. Gunmen kill 18, abduct 7 in Niger mosque. Gunmen kill 18, abduct 7 in Niger mosque. Ohaneze, NBF, CAN, NINAS, INC Kaigama, Mogeku Kokori, Wazurike Chekwa Okore hit Islamic cleric on his statement saying that Nigeria will end if Buhari brands bandits terrorists. 2023 Middle Belt youth meet in Enugu, back South East presidency. On 2023, Middle Belt youth meet in Enugu, back Southeast presidency. Wike CJN berate MB over silence on national crisis assault on judiciary. Wike CJN berate NBA over silence on national crisis assault on judiciary. President to Nigerians, celebrate our troops with pride. President to Nigerians, celebrate our troops with pride. 33 banks, 2,000 customers on board. In-Naira to grow Nigeria's GDP by $29 billion in 10 years. Presidency is saying that In-Naira to grow Nigeria's GDP by $29 billion in 10 years from the president. Northern elders ask court to allow Igbo succeed. Northern elders ask court to allow Igbo succeed. Lawyer seek joinder. Youth blame Malami for heightening tension in Anambra. Youth blame Malami for heightening tension in Anambra. NLC rejects compulsory COVID-19 vaccination. NLC rejects compulsory COVID-19 vaccination. That's what we have for today. Let's look at the response of the Ohaneze, Wazurike, Chekwa Okere, Mogeku Khan on the statement of Gumi saying that Nigeria will end the Buhari brands bandits terrorists. This will find on page 6 of the Sun newspaper this morning. Okay. Two Igbo groups, Alaigo Development Foundation and Okendingo, also hit Gumi, describing him as a known terrorist being pampered by the federal government. The ADF spokesman Abia Onyike said a spade must be called by its name. The bandits are terrorists and should be addressed as such. The threat by Sheikh Gumi does not hold water. Let the foreign jihadists come out. Let them be isolated in the north where they belong. National Secretary of the Igbo Rights Group, Okendiko, Damian Udemba, said the likes of Gumi should be questioned by now by security agencies and possibly isolated and prosecuted for romancing with terrorists. In fact, it said that Gumi is promoting terrorism by openly serving as their emissary. Okay. Let's have our here this morning. Mr. Charles. Good morning.
I'm here, man.
Morning.
Monster.
Let's hit the nail on the head.
Okay?
Gumi, Nigeria will end if Buhari brands bandits terrorists.
If Buhari did what?
Sorry, Gumi, Nigeria will end if Buhari brands bandits terrorists.
Why will it? Why not? Are they not terrorists before? They are. They are terrorists, and of which everybody knows that bandits are terrorists. And as such, they should be declared as terrorists and the suicide bombers, not only bandits. This morning, somebody was telling me that along Kaduna Abuja Express Road was blocked by bandits. What exactly?
Yeah,
this morning. So what exactly are they trying to portray to us? That is to tell you that they are, the country is messed up. They should declare bandit, and these are things that are supposed to have been done for long. They should declare bandit. They should declare most of these people bandits. They are bandits. So how do you declare a bandit? You declare a bandit by, when you cause unrest, social unrest to the public, when you don't give people the breathing space to perform most of their fundamental human rights, what are you doing? You are trying to portray. You are trying to restrict them. Like for instance, somebody that is traveling from here to Ogun State might not even travel because he's afraid of being kidnapped by bandits. So they should be declared. There's nothing will end anything. That is the rules.
Don't you respect because whatever it says most times, the federal government has not seen it deem it fit to call him for questioning. The only thing that this statement is a statement of terrorism. Nigeria will end if Buhari brands bandits as terrorists.
It will not end. My brother, how many are they? If
We are saying how many are they, but they are terrorizing.
if they are terrorizing Nigerians, that is to tell you it's very simple. It's very simple. You're asking me how many. I ask you how many are they? If they don't have sponsors in these top governmental officers, how many are they? It only takes a few seconds for them to be flushed out by so-called government. That is to tell you that the so-called government are the ones sponsoring them. Are you getting me? They are the ones sponsoring them. So you cannot tell me they knows where and how to go about it. There are only a few. There's nothing we end and nothing we end. How many are they? How many are they?
Northern elders ask courts to allow Igbo succeed. Northern elders ask courts to allow Igbo succeed.
Igbo do what?
To succeed, to leave Nigeria.
Very simple. That's what the Northerners are saying.
Northern elders.
That is very simple. Like I said here, was it on Saturday? On a very good day, what happened in the Bible is what will happen to the Igbo land. Pharaoh, let my people go, and we will go. Now, everything is not on their neck. 7 count charges was given to our Mazen Namdekan, and nothing comes out of it. Secondly, you took him to court, and our chief Nyako or something, what is that her name? She said that they should grant him permission that people should be visiting him twice in a week or 3 times in a week. That is to tell you that the Northerners, they are fighting a failed battle. They have failed. They know that this battle is over. On a very good day, what Igbo people will get is nothing but Pharaoh, let my people go. They don't know what they are doing again. Even the Northerners, they are tired. They are tired. How many people are you talking about? When you go to North, when you are talking about the Northerners, when you talk about Kaduna, mostly Kaduna people they are Northerners, but mostly they are not even recognized as the Northern people. Because most of the things that have been done as Northern Arewa constitutive forums or something like that, they are not even consulted. They have no say. So definitely, these are people that have been suffering. These are people that their life mostly has been in danger. People like Plateau State and people like Benue, all this middle belt. Now, the decision is very simple. Maybe they have come to terms that this thing is not working out. This thing is not going to work. So let's allow these people to go. So definitely, the impact has been on them. It has been affecting them mostly. So definitely, what do you want from them? Let them go.
Okay, e-Naira. You saw the e-Naira that was unveiled yesterday. Digital currency. Nigeria's e-Naira. According to the president, e-Naira to grow Nigeria's GDP by $29 billion in 10 years.
But I don't need to comment on something like this because e-Naira, this and that. This is a country whereby we are not after what is fighting us. What do you mean by e-Naira? Is e-Naira your problem? There are so many things that should be put on ground and not this e-Naira. We have insecurity ravaging this particular country. We have unemployment.
The government is not doing enough.
They are not doing enough. My brother, they are not doing enough. They are not doing enough. This is ordinary Ogba. This is ordinary Ogba in Lagos State here. Can you walk around Ogba? Most people you will see there, most of them are graduates. They don't have job. How many jobs were you able to offer? You are talking about e-Naira. And this is another means of them siphoning money to their personal account again, and they'll be telling you, what do you mean by e-Naira? We should be talking about
e-Naira is digital currency.
Forget about that digital currency. That's not our problem.
Cryptocurrency.
You are seeing digital currency. What about the one you are seeing face to face? What impact has it done to your life? Nothing. We should be talking about how to improve the life of our citizens, the standard of living. We don't have light. Go to my area now, Agege, for almost how many weeks? There's no light there.
Agege.
Yes.
I think there used to be light.
Even though there used to be light. Go to Okeko, there's no light. So we should be talking. Nigeria, I think we are the sole ones that gave light to Niger, right? But somebody from Niger, a shoemaker, I met him today, just to polish my shoe, was telling me that in their country, it's very, very rare and hard for them to take light. And these are countries where we borrowed light for them. These are things you should be putting in place, not in era. What do I mean? What do I have to do with in era? There's no job. graduate coming out from school every day, every year, graduate here and there. And you are telling me that the INERA is the problem of Nigeria. My brother, let's go arrest.
Lastly, let's look at we won't allow terrorists hijack Anambra elections.
Says by who?
NSA, National Security Advisor. We won't allow terrorists hijack Anambra elections.
That's the Anambra election you are talking about.
So who are the terrorists?
The bandits are the terrorists. That's IPOB.
You know, IPOB has been.
They are not IPOB members. They are not terrorists in this country.
No.
They are nothing but freedom fighters, and they don't fight you with anything. My brother, I cannot stay in my house and you come to my house just to fight me, then I'll watch you. There's so many things the government should do. You are talking about terrorists. IPOB members are not terrorists. These are people that are fighting for their rights. These are people that are fighting that there's a lot of sectionalism. You have sectionalized they govern the ruling governing in this country. They are not part of it. They don't participate. And you are telling me that they are terrorists. They are not. So you cannot tell me the bandits are the ones terrorizing the country. Then the government knows the needful. They know what to do. The election you are talking about, that is if only there be election in Anambra State. Trust me. Okay. Who are the governor? Who are the masses? You and I are the masses. You and I are the government. Because without you and I, nobody, if on that very day, the whole Anambra people decided not to come out and vote, would the government not decide and appoint?
There are still people that will come out and vote.
My brother, let's be waiting. Let's be waiting. When is the election? The election is on November 10th or something like that. Let's be waiting and see what will happen from now to then.
Some people saying that you cannot stay in Lagos and say there will be no election in Anambra State.
Some people say that I cannot stay in Lagos, but I am here in Lagos, but my spirit is in my state. Are you getting me? I'm a hardcore Igbo guy, and as such, we know the right thing. We know what we're fighting for, and fighting for a clear justice that should be given to everybody. So you cannot come to my Imo State. I'm from Imo State, Anambra, Abia, Enugu. We know what we are fighting for. We are not after election. We are not after a federal government election anymore, because it has been long. The cheating has been taking place, of which definitely this is not what we should be praying on ground. We should put it on ground. We know what we want, and what we want, we really want our people to go. Thank God, the northern people they have just this is just a wake up call. They have now there's an awakening call that they need to allow these people to go. So definitely, on a very good day, my brother will go. Are you getting me? So there's nothing as such. The bandits you are talking about, the terrorists you are talking about, an Igbo man will never terrorize his people. They are just putting it in such a way that it will look as if we are the one distorting the peaceful coexistence of our people. An Igbo man will never go to Anambra and distract Anambra. These are an agenda being propaganda by government.
Okay, your final thoughts.
My brother, my final thought is that thank God the northern elders, their senses are now coming back. They are now trying to come to town that yes, they should allow these people to go. Definitely, we are happy over it. Anybody that comes for that meeting, God will also protect you, because it's not easy for you to come out and say, let the people go, and people will just keep on watching you. Definitely, they will come after you. If the northern elders are 10 and 5 of them says, let these people go, my brother, their life will never remain the same, because they will be terrorized by so-called northern people. I know them very well. I know what they can do. So definitely, thank God. What I'm asking and what we're praying is that let there be peace and let these people go peacefully, because we are not fighting anybody. IPOP members are just nothing but peace-loving people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's a good one from Mr. Charles. I want to say, look at this story this morning. That concerns me very much this morning. A Vanguard reporter has been missing, and we are urging the police force to provide the reporter. Let me read the story. Journalists storm force headquarters over missing Vanguard reporter. The Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, yesterday stormed the police force headquarters in Abuja to protest the disappearance of one of their colleagues, Todwe Salem, of the Vanguard newspaper. Salem, a thief from Benue State, covered the House of Representatives until his disappearance on October 13. The NUJ chairman in Abuja had earlier raised the alarm over his sudden disappearance and reported the matter to the police and the Department of State Services to find Salem. However, 12 days after his disappearance, the NUJ members, led by the chairman Emmanuel Okweche, stormed the Louis Edet house to protest the continuous disappearance of their colleague. Okweche, while addressing the police, said, for all of us journalists in Abuja, we have been on edge these past few days over the mysterious disappearance of our colleague and friend. Mr. Todwe Salem, the statement signed by the union chairman, Emmanuel Goche, and secretary, Ochiaku Ugu, said, it is worrying that an adult will simply vanish into thin air without a trace. This is unacceptable, and we urge the police and DSS to rise up to the occasion and provide answers to this troubling situation. We are urging police, the DSS, to provide answers because they are in charge of security in Nigeria, policing in Nigeria. I have Mr. Kule. Good morning, Mr. Kule.
Yeah, good morning.
How was your...
Yeah, we thank God. And I want to greet some viewers here this morning, viewers that are really letting the bystands, create much fun with the bystand here. And they are really encouraging. Kudos to every one of them there.
Okay. Gumi, Nigeria will end if Buhari brands bandits.
This Mr. Gumi needs psychological evaluation. I will put it that he needs to be tested in in a psychiatric home. Because I don't just understand. Anytime you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, we just have one nasty story to spread on the pages of newspaper. So I don't take his case serious again. The bandits are terrorists. We have even labeled them terrorists, and Nigeria has not ended. And I'm still saying 80% of Nigerians have labeled bandit terrorists, and Nigeria has not ended. So Mr. Gume should go and sit down. He doesn't even need attention. It's people that are giving him attention. That's me.
Because looking at the calls from different people, various quarters, saying pressuring the president to label this bandit terrorists, it seems that there's a move. That's why maybe he's responding.
But the pressure to arrest Igbo was coming from some pressure groups like that. And Mr. President yielded to that pressure. The pressure to arrest Nnamdi Kanu came from all these pressure groups too, and he yielded to that pressure. So why is he not finding it difficult to yield to that pressure of bandits being terrorists? Everybody know, even globally, they know bandits are terrorists already. So that one shouldn't be a news to me.
Globally,
they know bandits are terrorists. Yes.
Or is it the Boko Haram?
The bandits themselves, are they not killing on us? Are the bandits killing on us? Any organization, pressure group that leads into harms and ammunition to pass their message, they are terrorists, my brother. That they are harms and ammunition to pass their message. I'm telling you, bandits is even grade A terrorists. Look at the children they are kidnapping, school children, collecting ransom. They starve these children for days, number of days. So what violation can you give those people that are father of terrorists?
Okay, we won't allow terrorists hijack Anambra poll. That's from National Security
NSA.
So my question is, who are the terrorists?
Who are the terrorists?
Because I know of only one group. There has been two groups that have been labeled terrorists in Nigeria.
Yeah.
The Boko Haram and the IPOB.
The IPOB.
So when you look at Anambra State,
who
do you think are the terrorists in that state?
It's only the Anambrans that will know who the terrorists are. I've never been to Anambra, and I don't want some haters to start backlashing me again. I don't know Anambra. I've never been to Anambra. So it's only people from the Anambra that can solve the Anambra problem. It's an homegrown problem. So it's the homegrown problem. The people that really care about Anambra has to come together. Even the diaspora people. This is the right time. Some of them that really care about Anambra has to come in and provide solution to what is going on in Anambra. Because this is politics time. A lot of activities you'll be seeing around, both direct and indirect, activities that people are sponsoring from outside. The case of Anambra is the more you look, the less you see. That's my own valid point here.
Do you support the boycotting of the election in that case?
I won't support that because everybody have rights. Some people, while they are clamoring for Biafra, they still want to go through the normal process. Not by, you see, everything is ideology now in this country, in the world. You fight ideology war. You make your statement through ideology, through ideological way. And it's not about gra, 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 gra. Everything is gra, 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 gra. But at the same time, the power, the what this government listen to, especially majority of Nigerian leaders, what they listen to is violence. Until you go into violence before they can listen to you, they will now start thinking of amnesty. Look at what happened to the Niger Delta people during Yaradua time. It started from Obasanjo time. This snowballed into Yaradua era. And what happened was, these people have been complaining of the environment has been polluted by these oil, producers. The derivation of the environment, the lack of amenities for them, as they are the producer of the golden egg of Nigeria, and they are not even enjoying the egg, all sort of things. But people fail to listen to them until they started carrying arms, fire arms, sophisticated fire arms to blow up every pipeline. Until government now listen, and this is what is in trending now. Any government that comes into power in this country doesn't listen to, calm appeal, except you go take it violently. That's when they can listen to you that there's something, let us answer this point before they turn our government upside down. That is just the system, that's the norm. And I keep saying, until we start putting our president on trial, sending them to jail, ex-president.
President?
Yes, Netanyahu is on trial now. Netanyahu is on trial. A lot of presidents, foreign presidents, they put them on trial. What happened to what's it called? This Republican guy that just left, Trump. What happened? What's happening to Trump now? Trump, they are still, piling up his case to get him tried for for what's it called? Tax evasion. So why is it not until we start putting all these our past leaders on trial and send anyone that is guilty to jail before everybody will sit tight in this country?
Okay, E-Naira yesterday was unveiled, and according to the president, E-Naira withdrew Nigeria's GDP by $29 billion in 10 years. Let's take a look at the E-Naira that was launched yesterday.
How does a common man and hungry man want to know E-Naira? When you started the process, you bring Nigerian along. Average Nigerian, let's say 60% of Nigerian population, they are self-employed people. They are traders. Part of them are traders. Part of them are craftsmen. Did you carry these people along? Is it E-Naira that will put food? It's just like cryptocurrency. Now, how many Nigerians understand cryptocurrency? What cryptocurrency is? How many Nigerians are privileged? The educational system, you bastardize it for people to be more enlightened. The adult education, there's nothing like that again. And is it an hungry man you are going to put in a classroom to start teaching him what E-Naira or what F Naira is? All these things are just. I think Mr. Soludo, the CBN governor, it is time for him to pack his luggages and step aside. Yes. All his policy are not helping. Under his reign, the Naira slumped from 100 and something to 500 Naira. Give it to me. If they put Sanusi, Malam Sanusi, that did risk management. That is a risk management expert. You put Sanusi aside, you put Mr. Godwin aside. I would rather stick my bet on Sanusi. Yeah. Lamido. But his own problem now that he's talked too much, and a lot of the talks puts him in problem, landed him in problem. So the CBN, I don't know what they're doing. You are to go anchor borrowing. You are doing anchor borrowing. We are not even seeing the results of what is going on. There's still food scarcity. There's still high prices of food. You are saying you are giving money to people to go into rice farming, rice mining. Mining. But we are not seeing the rice. The rice keep, getting the prices getting so up. I don't really know what the CBN is going. Whether it's just favoring a portion of the country, because I could see now a lot of farm activities are going on in the north. But what are we seeing in the south here? Nothing. It's just talking, naira, currency, this thing. What does that, how will that put food on the average Nigerian table? I mean, let us be realistic now. You want to wake up one day and link directly to the global space without even preparing your people to carry them along. I mean, Nigerians understand what e-naira means. Go and pepper seller there. Is he ready for e-naira? Or Kada or this Korope driver, are they ready for it? You know, people are detached from the government. They detach themselves from the government, from the masses. The government, I don't know. You should go and ask Emefiele. We should go and ask Emefiele. We should ask Emefiele what he means by e-naira. Yeah, well, I mean, thank you, David. I like that. That's what the question we should be asking. That's the question. That's the question. I'm really tired. I'm really tired of all this political gang up again. They are coming back again. People are saying vice president, former vice president will be suitable, and the people in diaspora that don't even know the what you have. Some of them, they are saying his speech is this. I was watching all the this thing yesterday.
Who is the person in question?
It's Atiku. When he comes into power now, luggage of corruption will follow him down again. What you are complaining of again? People are broke. All these guys are broke. They are broke. They've lost power for almost 8 years now. They want to recoup all what they lost. It's politics of chop. That's what they do. That is what they do. Let us be frank with ourselves. And I'll put myself that one of the, I should be blaming myself likewise, because the wrong step I made. And I was telling my people, what's the third option? Let us look for third option.
What do you think is the right step that you make this time?
The right step is I want a neutral, fresh blood, fresh idea. People that has not dent his hands into the Nigerian, because what we are looking at now, when you look at all these people, they benefited a lot from Nigeria. The man they are saying now was a custom man before. The Nigerian made him up, and you still not want to. You are not true with the Nigeria yet until you turn Nigeria into bankruptcy, to the end of. You want to see the end of Nigeria. We have a fresh person from outside that can come. We need a technocrat that can shape the country of this country. Nevertheless, that the politicians are still going to, disturb his policy. But if that zeal is there, and the zeal of the people that they know is doing well, who are they? They are just minors. They are minors. I was telling somebody that we youth, the guy was saying, is this man a youth? I think that guy should go back to school and learn the age bracket of the youth. You are still a youth if you're up to your 50. You are still a youth. So a lot of our viewers need to be, we are talking how we can move this country forward. We are saying, is this man still a youth?
And some people are resolved that they don't want Nigeria.
They don't want Nigeria. It's a process thing. Biafra cannot just happen overnight. You are holding two weapons. You are holding two, what's it called, strategy agitations now. You have plan A, you have plan B. Before you actualize Biafra, the system you are in here, you are still part of the system. Gradually, ideologically, you'll be, drifting towards your Biafra. It's not by the bullets of the gun coming from the other side, from the both sides, from the federal government and from the high pub, or from the people that are shooting. They are shooting periodically in all those eastern states. The truth has to be told. People just fond of, when you talk, they will just say, that one, this one. They are haters. They will need to be told the truth. They need to be, ring the truth in their ear. What is happening now, Biafra can't come up overnight. It's a gradual system. It's an ideological movement. You move, with that ideology is in you, and you start the process, what is happening now? If it was this sit at home that it was started with, it would have been more better. Because we are trying to show you that we are not part of you. If you people are doing your business, we want to protest, say we are not part of you any longer. The person that brought that sit at home, I think I should give kudos to him. But the only side effect that I don't even really like is the educational career of the children that it will affect. Some people will be deprived to have a sound education. You can see what happened. A lot of the kids meet they miss
Well,
network.
let's look at the educational system in Nigeria. How do you rate
It's
education?
bastardized already. It's bastardized. It's bastardized. I gave you a story of the former minister for education in Nigeria that he was celebrating his graduation of his children in foreign university in Abuja. There, Hilton Hotel, and ASU was on strike that time. Nigerian students were on strike. They were home, helpless, helpless at home, doing nothing. Frustrated at home, and you went on TV celebrating your children on air. You went on TV that they just graduated from University of Leeds, University of Glasgow University, Nottingham University, all these things, and you were still proud to be saying that. And what I'm saying now, before educational system in Nigeria can be more okay, ban all these people, all their children that are abroad. Let them bring all their children in. Let Mr. Buhari children not to tell. We have to tell Mr. Buhari to not send his children to UK university to go and school there. We'll tell Mr. Oshibajo, don't send your children we'll tell all the governors, don't send your children to abroad to go and school. Let them stay. Rufai did it. He was he played a joke on us the other time that he has enrolled his children in the primary school. Now his son has disappeared away from that school now. We could no longer continue what he said. These people don't walk their talk. And I pity all these followers that follow them like zombie, because I just don't know. Maybe they've jazzed every one of them. I don't know. I don't see any interest in any one of them any longer. Old cargo politicians should go and retire. Let's look for a new idea. They've tried us. We've tried them. They failed. We tried PDP. We tried APC. They all failed. So let's look for a fresh brain. We have them in this country. We have them. If it was what's come to the worst, we go and talk to WTO, World Trade Center Organization, to release Madam Okonjo-Iweala for us. Yeah, or somebody like Adesina. What's the other? Dr. Akinwumi Adesina. Those are technocrats that can relate with people, not local champion here that will be smuggling our money, that will be embezzling our money, and they will still have enough of followers that will queue behind them to share out of their looted funds. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kule. There's a link that will be pasted on the live chat. You can click that link and be part of the program this morning. Okay, let's have Mr. Chigozie. Good morning, Mr. Chigozie.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. Good morning, esteemed viewers. Okay. I'm doing great. My name is Chigozie Ndibu. Chigozie. Everyone who is a lover of justice and who supports the cause of justice, Chigozie Biafra. So I want to give a shout out to Mommy Kechi and everyone who has been supportive, and we respect your viewership. We thank you for your gestures. The persons I may not remember everyone. Mazi Tunde Ndewo, Mazi, the Taiwas of the world. But you must believe in Biafra whether you like it or not. We do respect, sir. Because Nigeria is gone. And Mazi Kenneth, Kelly, Calvin, Mazi Emmanuel, the mayor of Mexico, Mazi Edmond Ndewo, Anamekele, Anama Potoroge. I throw away my salute to Mommy Yerima Teslim. Thank you very much. God bless you. Mother in Israel, UK, America, no be Nigeria. UK, no be Nigeria. Thus, you are all doing great. And to the emeritus, the Ichie one, probably by December we will be organizing that chieftaincy for the person of the CEO of Flip TV, in the person of Biodu Popoli. I think we'll have to organize some protocol officers who will organize that. Thank you very much. May the good Lord continue to bless you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Somebody asked a question. Chibike and Ingo, FB said that they will not allow terrorists to stop Anambra election. They asked, who are the terrorists and who are the voters?
Well, that is fine. I think we're on the same page. But what the government of Buhari should understand that it shouldn't pretend to be more interested in the welfare of the Anamberans and the Igbo precisely, and every resident of Anambra State than the people resident in that area. I think he should be more concerned about the devastated state of his own country, I mean his own state, Katsina State, where he found it difficult to travel to Katsina because of the activities of bandits. So you have to lobby them before they will give him access to the air. It's very unfortunate. This is a man whose house is burning and is busy interested in Anambra State. Is it not a shame? Buhari should be interested in the devastation, in the level of atrocity going on in the northern region. People could no longer sleep. His own country home or supposed kinsmen could no longer sleep with their eyes closed. So why should he? He has not deemed it necessary to fight the insurgency, the terrorism going on, which of course he could not be absorbed of such complicity to have abetted or supported have the striving of these activities of terrorism, which he found it difficult to name the bandits, to include them as a terrorist group. But he could not flew to Katsina State without consulting them or seeking for some compromise within the bandits. You see, that begins to tell us who actually are these bandits. You have the name of the bandits of the killer squad of the Islamic jihadists, apologists. And you refuse to name them. Even the United Arab Emirates listed over 47 of them, which about 7 or 6 are from Nigeria. Right. You've not given it to go after them or to set up a panel of inquiry to investigate the veracity of such claim or allegation on your supposed citizens who have been listed among the sponsors of terrorists. But you are busy fighting innocent people because of the internal hatred you have for them. So Buhari himself is the terrorist. Because he has failed to address the fundamental issues. Barely this is 2 decades. Boko Haram is ravaging the entire north. You see, the communal life and social life, societal life have been disrupted as far as the northern region is concerned. And that have gone up over billions of dollars. You see, from a crude oil reserve, which is, of course, the southern people are the ones being ripped off. You see, billions of dollars have been expended in the fight against Boko Haram banditry insurgency. Only in the northern region, which should have been used or translated into infrastructure, capital development. He's not addressing of such issues, and he's only busy in Anambra.
Okay.
What kind of nonsense is this?
I don't know. You have not hit the question. Who are the terrorists? Is it?
Buhari is the terrorist. He's the one making Nigeria ungovernable, as he once claimed that he's going to make the government of Jonathan ungovernable, where baboons and monkeys will be soaked in the blood. And this is just a replica of what is happening. But unfortunately, Jonathan escaped that scene, and he was trapped in that mess. The people he brought to fight Jonathan now could not see Jonathan to fight. They now resort to fighting Buhari and his kinsmen. That's why hundreds of them are being killed on daily basis, which are underreported. So what you wished for another man eventually have caught up with him. And now he's now trying to name who are the terrorists. Let him fight the terror. Let him fight the shame that is already upon him. The North, in his own time, has been turned to killing field. They have been deserted. There is no economic activity going on in the North. What is only striving is banditry, kidnapping, insurgency, killing. That is on daily basis. So Buhari should stay clear from the Anambra or the Eastern people. It's the people that decides. He has no electoral mandate or legitimate. He's not any legitimate mandate to vote to participate in the electionary process. When the people say we must decide to sit at home, we will not participate in this electionary process. Maybe Buhari and his kinsmen will be transported down from Katsina to Anambra to participate in the election and declare the votes. Maybe that is their next plan. So it's very unfortunate. But what happens is that you are just buying time for more crisis. You're just creating an environment, an atmosphere that will be engulfed in crisis, which unfortunately will not augur well for everyone. So the best thing is that Buhari should be advised to heed to the yearnings and the cravings of the people. He should not just dismiss the position of the people because he thinks he has the power, he has the Tucano jet or whatever to decimate and to destroy his arch enemies. People have the right to withdraw when the versions becomes high. So you cannot force me. It is my right to vote and to choose who becomes my governor. But I can decide not to vote when I have reservations, which are reservations that have not been addressed over time. So that is the fundamental issue. It should not label the innocent indigenous people of the Igbo race as terrorists. He himself and his kinsmen, who have been ravaging the entire regions of the country, should be tagged. They are the menace of the society. In his time, we are more divided. The fabric of our existence has been destroyed, has fast eroded. So what are you saying? Buhari wasn't the first person to become the president of Nigeria. You see, other people did their best, though their best wasn't enough to bring us where we should be. Unfortunately, even the little best they did have been destroyed. A man who said that the only way to get out of recession is to borrow. Borrowing. I mean, we have been turned to beggars' country. A country that could not fix its primary needs. A country that could not meet its primary needs without borrowing, without the over dependence on foreign aids. It's very unfortunate, and you still call it a country.
Okay, I don't want to ask this question. I know Nigeria will end if Buhari brands bandits terrorists. That's from Gumi. What is the worst that will happen if they brand bandits as terrorists?
The worst that will happen that Buhari will no longer flew to Katsina State because they will take over the airspace. And that is one of his fears. You see, that is holding him back from naming them or classifying them as terrorist group. He's not interested in IPOB who are going about their legitimate way of diplomacy, engaging diplomacy in pursuance of their politically protected rights and opinion. It's very unfortunate. So the worst is that the truth could be delayed but cannot be denied. So the activities of the bandits could be classified as terrorism, the act of terrorism, which other community of nations, especially the Fulani, who are the killer herdsmen, are the terror groups. Even the international community understood that and have tagged them, labeled them as the fourth most deadliest terrorist group on the surface of the earth, which of course Buhari is yet to come in terms with the reality. It's very unfortunate, but for him living in denial does not change the truth about his own kinsmen, about the killer herdsmen, the Fulani herders who have ravaged the entire country, the entire race. Even the Southwest, who are indifferent about the happenings of within the Nigeria today, could now understand that truly Nigeria is not one. You see, with the spite of killings within the southwestern region, which they never believed, that was unfolding before their eyes, they could now believe. Of course, the agitation for the secession of the Duduwas nation has gained more momentum and intense in this Buhari regime,
Okay,
which of course is very unfortunate.
Let's look at the e-naira, digital currency. They said e-naira to grow Nigeria's gross domestic products, that is GDP, by $29 billion in 10 years. Let's look at the economy of Nigeria and how this is possible.
Okay, let me teach them a little the basic economy. You see, this e-naira is as useless as whatever you can think. Huh? What is the essence of electronic naira, whatever? Look, before you can talk of growth, economic growth, you must build the economic system to the point that it becomes stabilized. Nigeria is still shrinking. Nigeria is still sinking abysmally as far as in terms of economy. Look at what is the exchange rate. What is the inflation? There are factors that decide or determines whether an economy of a country is progressive or retrogressive.
Retrogressive.
Yes. The economy of Nigeria is retrogressive. It is negative growth. It is growing, but negatively. So we cannot get out of this dilemma by thinking that by launching this naira. What is naira? How will that affect the people who have lost their jobs? The small scale industries. There are millions of Nigerians who have been who have lost their jobs. You see, who have been disengaged from active economic activities due to the moribund of most factories and industries. More industries are dying because how can you talk of the economic growth without power generation? Power generation is fundamental if you want to drive a viable economy.
Even drive technology.
If you want to drive technology, which is part of technology, e-money, e-naira. So these people are not serious. So they are just deceiving themselves because they lack the argument and the intellectual capability and the political will to build a viable system. We are still struggling, and you're still talking of growth. What kind of growth? It will only be negative, retrogressive. You only borrow to pay your workers. Federal government borrow to pay her workers. If they borrow to eat, imagine the senators, the House of Representatives are still asking for hardship allowance. Even with the millions of naira they goes home with every month, they're still asking for newspaper allowance, hardship allowance. And when I tell you that Nigeria is
Now when the guy dey sound, when hey, in Buhari himself no know the meaning of in.
it's very unfortunate. My people will say ogiri oga wazu. When you prepare a dish without the necessary spices and all that, you expect that dish, you expect a very delicious meal. So they should first of all sit down and tackle the rate of unemployment of the tipping populations of the youth who are roaming the streets without any source of livelihood. And not anyone inside. The government is indifferent about that. They don't understand the plight of the people.
Our young people have turned to pickpockets. When you go to the streets, you can't move freely.
Honestly, pickpockets and other social crimes are at increase. You see, and that will affect the entire masses because of the insensitivity on the part of the government. And they are not doing anything about that. We are only an individual, just for serving for 4 years. You have billions of dollars, you see, across to you. Why you become more richer than the states, Nigerian states itself. It's very unfortunate. So we are not moving anywhere. And the best thing for this country, I have been saying this, the best thing to save humanity, to save the future of these teeming populations of graduates and skilled personnel within the country. We are not lazy. But unfortunately, there is no environment created to engineer that productivity. You see, only barbing. Do you know, for you to set up barbing saloon,
It's money.
you see, you have to get a standby generating set. We cannot generate 6 hours, even 4 hours now. One of the elder statement, respected viewers called me and he said, what was happening? Why the noise? I told her, mommy, this is generator. Nigeria has no light. I said the noise was too much. I was laughing. Maybe she didn't understand. She thought that this is UK or America. This is Nigeria. Every night you see, no, the noise pollution is something you cannot bear. It's just that we have no other option but to cope up with it. But that doesn't mean that we are comfortable with what is happening. Very unfortunate. Nigeria is dead, and there's no way to revive it. The government have told you that the only thing they can do is to resort to borrowing to exit recession. How do you grow the GDP without, exportation, without exporting your own product to other nations and attract the return in investment? So that cannot happen. And the only way we can create a viable system or economy for Africa is to disembark and dissolve this entity called corruption called Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
If that did not happen, we'll continue to live in the state of mediocrity, in the wheel of motionless. That is the only way forward.
Thank you very much.
I remain Chigozie Ndibo, Chigozie Biafra, without the rain.
Okay, there's a link that's being posted on the live chat. Please do well to click on that link and join us this morning to be part of the program. Please, you have just 2 minutes to just air your opinion. However, there is a technical issue with you being ahead of me when you're talking. Maybe I will hear you later. So, however, 2 minutes is okay for a comment. Good morning, Mr. David.
Good morning to you, Mr. Christian Chukwu.
You are saying that Buhari does not understand INERA.
You know, see, yesterday for news.
He doesn't know how to express himself. Does not mean he doesn't.
He does not
understanding this with the mind, not with his speech.
So if someone should bring something until, and now the president could not. Yesterday, I listened to when he was launching his stuff. That was they were saying he could not give concrete of how evidence of how the stuff will even boost Nigerian currency. So what is the need? So what is the use of this INERA? How would the INERA affect you and I, or affect the common man on the streets? See, I don't think at this point INERA should be Nigeria's problem. Or see, there are more pressing issues that need to be attended to. Because what is INERA? Already we have mobile banking, we have mobile app. You can do your transaction via mobile banking. So why is the use of INERA again? The government just wants to make money by all means. INERA to me is just like probably if you are trading, you do currency pairing. Just like this Buddha and this is what they call peggy pets, whereby you have digital currency in your wallet. It doesn't make sense. You see, Inera is not Nigeria problem now. Emefiele and Co. already introduced mobile banking, whereby you go cashless. So why the use of Inera again now? Even the Buhari self doesn't know the meaning of Inera. Yesterday, you see the way he was saying. Emefiele was the one was the one even saying most of these things. Buhari was just there looking like Mumu.
He has his people working with him.
He has people working up.
So
Okay, even if there are people working for you, tell me, won't you know? So now, if someone should bring something to your table that is not good, okay, because there are people working with you now, will you see assent to it? You should first and foremost have breakdown of what you want to assent to. If he does not have breakdown of what he want to assent to, so that means Emefiele and Co. can just bring something that is bad to him. Just tell him some president, this thing will grow Nigeria economy. Either positive or what negative, the president will see assent to it. Inera is the Nigeria problem. There are more pressing issues that need to be addressed by this current government. What is Inera? How does Inera affect me and you? How does Inera affect you? I'm asking a question now. How does Inera affect me?
How does banking affect you?
Banking.
How what's that advantage of putting your money in the bank?
There are so many advantages to it. One, it saves stress. I don't need to be scared from like robbers. I know my money is safe there.
Saves stress.
No, see, Inera is different. Inera is just like Kuda. You have money in your wallet. Nigeria has not advanced to that. Nobody see money. Nigeria now has, Nigeria is not on the same is not the same is not radar with the what advanced world. So you should start bringing all those advanced things here. Even the hard currency. Do we have the hard currency now? Majority of Nigerians cannot fit via the hard currency. You are not talking about Inera. How does that one affect you? All what they ought to do is just to no.
It's cheap.
The benefit of was
reliable mode of payment.
Which stupid cheap
and receiving money.
The reason why government is fronting Inera is just of the tax. Because government know every transaction they will surely get tax from it. It's just digital currency. Whenever you have money in your wallet, government want to generate tax. By all means, mobile banking, you pay tax. Inera now, you pay tax. How would that grow our economy?
Okay, let's move on from that. Inera, Gumi, Nigeria.
They should not even bring Inera to my. Please, don't ask me about Inera again. Don't ask me about Inera again, please. I'm begging you, because it does not add anything meaningful to my life. Thank you.
Okay, Nigeria will end if Buhari brands Bandits terrorists. That is Gumi.
Nigeria.
Should I pass? Should I skip?
No, this is a pressing issue. This is what I want to come out here and then always air my view. Nigeria will end. As Nigeria not ended. As Nigeria not ended. Even if
is it technically or theoretically?
Theoretically, technically, in whatever way you want to put it, spiritually, Nigeria has ended. How can you say now? Look at what Gumi is saying. If Nigeria has not ended, DSS ought to have invited Gumi. Because why would someone be saying this? Why would someone be saying this? Who is Gumi? Spokesman to the president on Bandits matters.
No, it's not.
He's the spokesman to the president. Gumi is the spokesman to the president on Bandits matters. Yes, because at every time he keep on representing bandits, taking sides on the bandits. So now I tag him. He's the PA to the president on Bandit matter. DSS has not for one day deemed fit to buy Gumi. The president knows about this. Nothing has been done. And now imagine Gumi is saying Nigeria will end if the president tag Gumi bandit as terrorists. The president and Gumi is the problem of this country. What has IPOB done? What has IPOB done that has declared them terrorists? What have they done? Nothing. They have done nothing. So why would he declare them as terrorists? So what stops him from declaring a bandit as terrorists? Because they are kinsmen. They are kinsmen. As of yesterday, the same bandits went to prison and invaded a prison facility, and still the government could not tag them as terrorists. Nothing has been done. Bandits gone down Nigerian Air Force jets. They are not terrorists. Bandits have been killing. Bandits have been kidnapping. They are not terrorists. What has IPOB don't touch things? That even get the federal government F1 to tag them as terrorists. Let's be sincere with ourselves. The president is just a sectional president, a biased president. Go to Zamfara State now. Bandits went to Zamfara NYC camp and kidnapped 3 NYC core members. Still, the president, still now, Gumi is saying Nigeria will end if federal government declares them as terrorists. Has Nigeria not ended?
Okay.
No, I tell him in the same country.
But technically, Nigeria has not ended.
It has ended.
Well, I don't want to go into that with you.
What makes us a country? Are we living in peace? Nobody's living in peace. Look at how the way things are going. And now Gumi, who is Gumi? Who is Gumi? This Gumi is fighting more than he can chew. And the federal government is giving him a free level ground just to operate. Yes, that is it. Now, Wakili, the Fulani warlord. Why has federal government not transferred him to this facility? Despite the atrocities he has committed. Who is Gumi? Sitting with bandits, collecting ransom on them from bandits. And now he's at the F1 to say this. To me, it's a shame of government. And the government are not saying anything. If you you rise up now and say anything against the government, and your name is Chuku, government will arrest you. And your name is Femi, government will arrest you. Because your name is not Kumi, government will arrest you. And you're telling me that the government is not biased. That is the problem. This is what is fueling. It's really fueling what secession. It's fueling what agitation.
Okay.
Gumi is supposed to be in jail. Gumi is supposed to be in jail. For him to always take side with terrorists. Are you not telling me the World Terrorist Index has tagged bandits as the 4th most deadliest terrorist group in Nigeria? That is what, according to what international standards. And still, the president still does not want to tag them as terrorists.
Is there any distinction between bandits, Fulani herdsmen, and Boko Haram?
They are birds of the same feather. They are birds of the same feather. They are like the same mother gave birth to 3 of them. There's no difference. Terrorists kill. Boko Haram kill. Fulani herdsmen kill. They are the same thing. There's no difference. The 3 of them should be perceived as terrorists. Fulani herdsmen kill. Fulani herdsmen invade people farm just to kill people, sleep with our mother in the farm. And the government could not address this issue. There's no difference to it. They're like the same mother. Thief na thief. Ole is ole. Barawu na barawu. They are just the same thing. There's no difference. No one is clean. No one is good. Either of them perpetrates or carry the same act. Fulani herdsmen kill, bandits kill, Boko Haram kill, Fulani herdsmen old people for kidnap, bandits kidnap, same thing, Fulani too. So these are just the same thing. So see, how do you justify that? See, how do you come and tell the world that these people, they are different? They are not. But the issue is that because these people are Buhari kingsmen, Buhari does not want to offend them. Imagine Gumi. Who is Gumi? The DSS, the DG of DSS is also a Fulani man. the Northern Elders Forum. Are they not saying this? Who is Gumi?
Okay.
Gumi now coming out to tell Nigerians that if you declare bandits as terrorists, Nigeria will end. What kind of nonsense? Gumi is a moron. Yes. Even the president too. And Obakana Mugunu, the what national security advisor is there.
We won't allow terrorists hijack.
He's a madman.
Anambra poll.
His own concern is always Anambra. The NSA, Obakana Mugunu, is a stupid man. His own focus is always Anambra election. Look at, we have a more pressing issues to deal with. Gumi is here. Because Gumi is kinsman, he would not touch him. Malami too is there. No charge against Gumi because Gumi is from the north. And you are saying the East or the Yorubas should not come out and say and fight for secession. In the country, the president is we have a sectional president, is a biased man. If not so, Gumi to have been in jail in the first place.
Okay, let's talk about Anambra election. You won't allow terrorists and hijack Anambra elections. My question is, who are the terrorists? Because we have only two.
Can you recap, please?
We won't allow terrorists hijack Anambra elections, right from the NSA, Babangana.
Mugunu.
Now, my question is, who are the terrorists? Is it Boko Haram or IPOB? Because I know we know of only two terrorist group in Nigeria.
Who are the
terrorists?
We only know one proscribed terrorist group in Nigeria, which is Boko Haram. IPOB has been proscribed by Buhari. What evidence does he have to present them as terrorists? On what basis? Tell me. See, Obakana Mugunu should be more concerned about bandits. He should more focus on how Nigerians can live in peace. He should dialogue with his kinsmen. He should call bandits and Fulani men for dialogue. Anambra election should not be his headache. Anambra election should not be his headache. IPOB is not a terrorist group. IPOB has never been a terrorist, and they are terrorists. These are people fighting for their rights, fighting because of the what? Of the depression in the country, of the what? These people are marginalized. That is why you see them coming out to fight for their rights. Obakana Mugunu should be more concerned about his own kinsmen who are the major problem of this country, of the Fulani. So Obakana Mugunu should channel his efforts. He should channel or whatever he wants to do. He should channel it to the north. Let Obakana Mugunu send soldiers to Zamfara, NYC camp, where they have been in there, whereby core members were kidnapped. Nobody was on ground to rescue them. The soldiers should not go to Anambra. Let them send them to Sokoto, whereby bandits went to the market and killed about 30 women in the market. Soldiers should go to the north and then they should worry less about Anambra election. Anambra election should not be his headache. Anambra election should not be his headache.
Okay. Finally,
you have a president that does not take the people serious. You have a president, a sectional president. You have a president that is not for all. You have a president that is fueling this injustice in the system. We have a president that cannot call his kinsmen into order. We are saying enough of this injustice, enough of this marginalization, enough of this Mr. President, and let him warn Obakana Mugunu. He should be careful with his words, with his utterances. He should also warn Malami. These people, they are the major reason why the president is even failing. Because these people take decisions without the consent of the president. Yes. Thank you for having me.
Very much. There's a link on the chat. Please click on that link and be part of the program. And be part of the program this morning. Click on that link and be part of the program this morning. Thank you very much for also chatting with us. I have Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew, good morning. Good morning, Mr.
Good morning, Mr. Chris.
Okay, let's start with E-Naira. I know you might have a different view on E-Naira. Like David said, that the president does not understand. Is it possible?
E-Naira can raise our GDP.
I'm not going there. I'm saying
I'm looking at the statement credited to Mr. President.
The president understands E-Naira. That's the question.
Okay, I didn't have the privilege of interviewing him.
Okay, because we are challenging Mr. David.
But the truth is, I didn't have the privilege of interviewing him.
Asking why is he
agitating? No, I mean Mr. Buhari.
I watched the interview now.
You are not getting what I'm saying. He's asking me whether does Mr. President understand the meaning of E-Naira.
Okay, now.
I said I didn't have the privilege of interviewing him to know whether he understand. Pardon?
So you don't understand?
I cannot speculate. I know the implication of telling lies.
Okay. So the E-Naira, because I believe that there's no how he's not going to understand what an E-Naira is. It's not that person. That's what I believe. Okay, E-Naira to grow Nigeria's GDP by $29 billion in 10 years. That's on president.
Okay. For me, I think there are known indices that grows GDP. I'm not saying E-Naira is not good for the economy because it will enhance payment, transaction. It will be faster if it is appropriately managed.
And also the federal government will have more taxes.
There's no argument about that. Even other electronic means of payment, government have a way of leveraging on it. What I'm trying to say is there are known indices that grows the GDP, economic activities. If you inject money into private sector, for instance, you energize it, you prepare people to produce, economic activities will start improving and GDP will improve. If you make the environment attractive for foreign investors to come in with their fund to invest in Nigerian economy, whether in power sector.
How do you make it attractive? Okay, but you're saying in power sector.
There are so many. Okay, you just ask a question. There are ways of making it attractive. One, the foreign investors, they look at your laws. Your policies, your laws? Is it comfortable for them? If it's not comfortable, because no investor will be coming with his money where he knows it is difficult for him to recoup his money or for him to repatriate his gain, his profit. So, if investors are coming with their money into the Nigerian economy, whether in the power sector, in the agricultural sector, in the production sector, even in the steel industry, oil and gas, name it. Those are the things that will boost the economy. And again, if you give credit facilities to prospective Nigerians who have good business ideas, proposals, to start one or two business, it will equally improve on the GDP. Because the man who opens a business that can employ 10 persons, if you have that replicated in all the local governments, maybe 20 of it, you are boosting the economic activities, the GDP will improve. So I think those are the areas the government would have targets, look at. I can understand that, like Bank of Industry, they are doing a lot. But I don't think what they are doing is enough to give us the necessary, to give the economy the necessary energy it needs to go beyond the stage we are. In as much as I'm not saying the e-money is bad, but what I'm saying is the government needed to do those things that will significantly improve the GDP of the economy of Nigeria. And it is simple, it is not rocket science. You do things that will galvanize economic activities, like I've just said, whether in the area of production, whether in the banking industry, whether in the oil and gas, even in the steel. Look at our steel. It is almost not being attended to. Nigeria's steel deposit is perhaps one of the largest in the world. And if serious attention is given to our steel, steel has the capacity to even give us money more than the oil. And it has more enduring tendency more than the crude. So why is Nigerian government, not just this government anyway, all the Nigerian government have said, why have they not given priority attention to steel?
Somebody is saying, how is it going to enhance payments? Do we have a problem making payments at the moment? Is that our priority at the moment? Is that the solution to bad roads, electricity, health and safety, insecurity? It is that from
The truth is this. The truth is this. Before the advent of ATM machine, people will queue in the banks, in the banking hall. At times, the business you want to go and transact, you may even end up disappointing the person in the process of waiting to get funds from the bank. But after the deployment of ATM machine, now you see POS everywhere. It makes transaction faster and easier. You don't criticize everything. I'm not saying, that is why I'm telling you that it is not sufficient to say that is what is going to boost the GDP. But there is no, you cannot say that it will not enhance quick transaction. Because the way it stands, if you have your wallet, you get to a business place, you want to perhaps buy one or two things. You can easily make payment through your wallet to the person you are dealing with.
You can't stand here.
That notwithstanding, for me, like I just said, the areas the government need to focus more is on how to improve the GDP. Because if the economic activities are not improving, GDP will not improve. That's the truth.
Okay. NLC rejects compulsory COVID-19 vaccination.
NLC.
Yes, because there is a move for compulsory vaccination.
I don't know why they should make it compulsory. If you look at the potency of the vaccine itself, it doesn't give you 100% immunity. Because if you have
100% immunity.
Yes. If you have a condition that threatens your immune system, such person can still be infected with COVID-19. And that is where such persons have even died of COVID-19. Though the percentage of people who take vaccine and subsequently contract it and die is lower than people who have not taken it. But in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is COVID-19 do not give you 100% immunity. But for me, I think it should be a matter of choice. I don't think they should start compelling people to have it. Like me, have a stand on it. I'm wary of it. I'm not taking it.
You're not taking it.
As a person. Mr. B may decide that he wants to take it. It should not be.
If you want to travel out, you must take it.
If we get to that stage, we know how to resolve it. What I'm telling you is that I'm not taking it. I have my reasons. Because I'm still looking at the nitty-gritty, all the circumstances surrounding it. You know, when the Bible is talking about
I know
mark of the beast.
I know you are moving towards the spiritual.
When the Bible is talking about mark of the beast. Okay. If you look at the circumstances surrounding the vaccine and the way the government is trying to compel people to take it, the only thing I can say is that because the Bible talk about mark of the beast being administered on the right thumb and on the forehead, and it has to do with somebody's name that has something to do with 666. So that's why I say I'm still looking at it. Okay, to that extent, I cannot tell you that I will take it now.
They are still discussing about the naira. Let's look at without a viable economy, without electricity, without we are a country that depends on imports, not really exports. How do we run a viable economy with e-digital currency?
The e-digital currency, the e-money in itself is not going to $29 billion. No, I think what they are looking at, I'm not speaking for the president anyway. I think they are looking at the ease of payment. It will enhance transaction. But again, like I've said, the major area of focus should be how do you galvanize the economy? The man who is producing, who have challenge, how are you addressing that challenge so that if he has 3 employees to improve on what he has so that he can absorb more trade, making it 6. Okay, The area of insecurity. How you are addressing it to bring in investors to come with their fund into Nigerian economy to improve the GDP. Those should be the area of priority before you talk about e-naira. I think Nigerian government, but again, I don't know why the government is having this lukewarm attitude towards handling what is it called, bandits, towards addressing bandits as terrorists. Just like Akademi said yesterday, that they should stop calling is it terrorists bandits. They should call them their real name.
What's their real name?
They are terrorists. I mean the one they call bandits in Kaduna, in Zamfara, in Niger, in Katsina, and so on and so forth. These are known terrorists. People who have brought down fighter jets. People who recently went and bombed Nigerian rail line that runs from Abuja to Kaduna. People who have kidnapped and even Boko Haram. So these are known terrorists. And again, look at Fulani herdsmen. The whole world cannot be wrong when they say Fulani is the fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. This is data from Global Terrorism Index. So is it not funny that in a global village we are today, that Nigerian government is refusing to admit that Fulani herdsmen are terrorists, even as Global Terrorism Index have it as such? In any society, the government, what makes it ultimate is monopoly of coercive power. But unfortunately in Nigeria, the government is sharing that power with what they call non-state actors. And under this current scenario, it will be difficult for you to have foreign investors coming in with their money to invest in any area of the economy because their money is not safe. Their investment is not safe. Any investor who want to invest in an economy, in an environment that he can guarantee the safety of one, his money, the business, his employees, and so on and so forth. But under our current scenario, if you go to a place like Kaduna to invest in agriculture, what is the guarantee that bandits or terrorists, like if you want to call them by their real name, what's the guarantee that they will not come and ravage and wreak havoc and all the money you invested will go down the drain?
Okay, let's look at lastly, we won't allow terrorists hijack Anambra poll. And consequent to that, there's a breaking news that thousands of INEC ad hoc staff have resigned.
If you were to be a father and your son is in the youth service scheme, because normally those are the people they use for ad hoc service during the election. I know you will not allow your son to risk his life to go and, yes, I know. If you think otherwise, you can say it. But I know you will not allow your son to go and take that risk.
You are playing politics with me this morning.
I'm not playing politics. But if you think otherwise, you say it. But I know you will not allow your son to go and take that risk of life and death. Then again, I think looking at Anambra scenario, it is a Herculean task in the hand of federal government. And how they manage it is going to define Nigeria going forward. Because the way it stands, whether you like it or not, just like Aduba said recently, the federal government should tread cautiously. He said because Nnamdi Kanu has so much followers in the Southeast. It doesn't matter anybody's opinion. You may not like the face of Nnamdi Kanu, but that is the truth. Now, you have a situation in some parts of the country where federal government is treating Fulani herdsmen, bandits with kid gloves, and with a speed of light to prescribe IPOB and tag the terrorists. What I'm trying to say in essence is, looking at the scenario of Anambra State and Nigeria situation currently, it calls for caution. I think the best bet is for federal government to have a dialogue with IPOB.
Okay.
Whether they like it or not, if IPOB asks people to sit at home, they are proving it, people will comply. In fact, the level of compliance is up to 80-90%. Under that situation, how can you conduct an election?
Okay.
So to win the confidence of the people, even like Iba talk, they should allow him access to Nnamdi Kanu, because it's only Nnamdi Kanu's word that the people want to hear and listen. So if they can allow him out of detention and have negotiation and discussion with him, he can come and address the people. Because as soon as they see him in the public, he address the people, I think the tension will come down. But again, what does it profit us to start wasting and losing people on daily basis? If the government think that they are the father of everybody, it should be of their interest to look at how do you handle the situation so that there will not be unnecessary waste of life. That's how a father thinks. So to that extent, I think carrot and stick approach is the best for this current scenario.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. Okay, that's Mr. Matthew. I have Mr. Raphael. Stratman.
Oh, I'm the only one that remains.
Yes.
That's my because I came late anyway. But I'm not late.
Okay.
Better late than never.
We won't allow terrorists hijack Anambra poll. My question is, who
are the terrorists? Well, that is the ranting, tantrums of Malami, Mungono, the NSA.
You have one guess.
Okay.
Okay, we have somebody online.
Hello, good morning.
Nigeria Future. Good morning.
So how is life with you?
Yeah. What's your take on Gumi saying that if Nigeria bandit terrorists, Nigeria will end? What's your take on it?
My take on it is it will be more better. If that should be end of Nigeria, let it be. Understand? This issue of bandit, it has been long overdue to be called terrorists. I see no reason why Buhari is still wasting time on declaring them terrorists. So that's my view on it. You understand? So it has been long overdue.
Okay, what is your take on the in-era? What's your take on the in-era? Quickly.
My take on that, I don't really have any idea on that. On the in-era. Because I just come in now, I saw you online, and I joined. I don't know if you can brief me a little bit about it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nigeria's Future.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So, yeah, let me tell you, the terrorist that is trying to hijack Anambra poll to rig election for APC and won. The so-called faked commander-in-chief. No, wait. The so-called faked commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces of Federal Republic of Nigeria is number 1. 2, Malami, the classroom Attorney General of Federation of the country called Nigeria, is number 2. Mungono seems to be the NSA to Buhari is the terrorist. Let me tell you, the question you're asking me now, who is the terrorist? Ask me the same question. Who was the terrorist that orchestrated jailbreak in Oyo State and freed the most wanted herdsman, the most wanted herdsman terrorist in Nigeria, Wakili? He has been jailed in Oyo State. The jailbreak was orchestrated to free him. Federal government is not talking about that jailbreak. They are now lamenting the escapees. Over 500 and something prisoners are at large now, including Wakili, the most wanted herdsmen terrorists across the country. Federal government is not agitating against that jailbreak. Ochibanjo is not raising alarm. The so-called Malami, idiotic AGF, is not saying anything about the jailbreak in Oyo State because it was what? Orchestrated to favor their own. Wakihili, the most wanted terrorist, herdsmen terrorists who attack the Barakwa community and the Agango in Oyo State. Nobody is saying anything about it. When Fulani herdsmen who were moving to Ondo State were attacked in the mid-belt, what happened? Buhari started singing another tunes, talking. They must arrest the perpetrators. Why shouldn't they arrest the terrorists that break jails? orchestrated that jailbreak and freed over 800 and something prisoners in Oyo State. The most wanted headless terrorists. Wakili was among the escapees. Nothing. AGF is not saying anything about it. But Mustafa is not saying anything about it. This useless information minister, Mr. Liar, Mohammed, is not saying anything about it. You are talking about terrorists in Anambra State, the best state, the most industrialized state that this country has ever had. Let me tell you, nobody is a terrorist in Anambra State. Buhari is the terrorist going against India Anambra. Malami is the one that is orchestrating every act of terrorism in Anambra State. Malami is at the head of it. Let me tell you, Gumi, Nigerians in the diaspora, look at what Gumi has just, voiced out. He's saying that if federal government venture tag bandits as terrorist organization or group, Nigeria will come to an end. What a prevaricated statement. What an irony. Gumi is trying to frighten his kinsmen. Malami, Buhari, Boss Mustafa, and the rest of them, not to tag their own, because they are theirs. They own all of them. Terrorists. He's threatening them that if you tag them terrorists, Nigeria will finish. How? Why? The Tucano bought how many number? 15. Those jet fighters, they're not using it. Okay, they bought it to use it against the Biafrans, but Joe Biden has warned them. Do not go to Southeast with those Tucano. Use it against bandits and who? Boko Haram. America knows the modus operation of the bandits and actually come out to know that the bandits are is affiliated to Boko Haram and then Saru terrorist group headed by ISWAP, Islamic State of West African Province, ISWAP. The America supplied us to Kano for them to use it on their brothers in the north, but they are not going to do so. All their eyes is on the thinly populated Christian states of southeastern Nigeria. Are you listening to me? Headed by Uzodimma, orchestrated by Rocha Sokrocha. Who is playing the role now? Who? Oh, let me tell you. Gumi is at it. Malami is at the head of it. Buhari has already, made it clear to Igbo man that he's going to attack Anambra State. He's going to declare state of emergency. But the more he plans it, the more we escape it by the mighty hand of God. No more declaration of state of emergency. Now, IPOB has been tagged terrorists. Are you listening to me? Then bandits has been tagged what? Charitable organization. Bandits are the charitable organization distributing their food reliefs and medical relief to the northerners. Zamfara State, Katsina State. And let me tell you, in no due course, in no far distance, Nigeria government under Buhari is going to do what? Give the bandits, amnesty, rehab them, send them to school. Not Nigerian school, but France. They are going to send all of them away to Europe so that they will learn how to overthrow this government, any successive government coming behind Buhari, as did what? Afghanistan Taliban. They are going to perfect their training there. That is the amnesty they are planning to give them. You are telling me that IPOB will be crushed under the what? Crushed agitators, separatists. IPOB are separatists. They are not terrorists. What are you saying? This kind of man, Gumi, is not supposed to be walking freely on the streets of Kano State. They're supposed to arrest Gumi, prosecute him, and jail him. But you can see what Buhari is playing. It's bloody politics. Buhari is playing favoristic politics. This kind of dispensation we have in Nigeria is never a democratic setup. It is just a nepotocracy. Let me tell you, favoritism is what is being prominent in this regime. Yes, I'm telling you, if that man could be an egalitarian, no Igbo man will cry, no Yoruba man will cry, no Ijaw man will cry. How could we bring somebody that is has nothing to do with human feelings, has nothing to do with philanthropism? The man is a wicked man. Buhari is a Muslim to the core. is an extremist. I'm telling you, the fact that ICC is inviting Buhari over the kidnapping of those school children, 1,000 something, 1,300 something, then teachers, 17 teachers were abducted. In the north, there are many schools were shot. Reasons, more or less reasons, the ICC is coming after him. But my question to Guterres, Antonio Guterres, ICC is still under, is a branch of United Nations. Guterres, have you, Antonio Guterres, UN Secretary General, have you not been hearing, getting wide up what is going on in the southeastern Nigeria? Are you deaf? Only kidnapping, abduction of teachers. Is that why you are taking this mad sycophant, this blunderer to ICC? Having to heard that Igbos are dying in their large number in Imo State, Abia, Ebonyi State, Anambra State. Nigerian soldiers are killing at random, indiscriminately. They don't want to know. They release and shoot and murder human beings in the southeastern Nigeria with impunity, free of penalty or punishment, because of what? The order is from above. You are telling me that ICC is waiting for Buhari because of abduction in the north only. What about the bloody clutch going on in the southeastern Nigeria? Many souls are being wasted there. Businessmen, Dr. Chike Akunyili was shot by federal government forces. They are hitmen. Yes. Why is it that they took to their hair when the Ononga man went after them? Do you understand? Around the time when Dr. Chike Akunyili was mown down with blades, by blades, the DSS, they got the information and they took off. They left their headquarters, their base in the southeast and ran away. Why are you running away? Is it not because conscience is an open wound? What can only heal it is when justice is done. That is telling the truth. That is the only remedy that conscience has in life. Why are they running away? Dr. Chike Akunyili was killed by federal government, not IPOB. IPOB, they don't kill anybody. Or no government has never been identified. Nobody knows them. Gulak Mohammed that had a deal with Hope Uzodinma, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State. They are the one that gave him power. Hope Uzodinma invited him over. Why inviting him at that wee hour, at that dangerous hour? It was when the first sit at home was staged that Gulak Mohammed had the impetus or the effrontery to do what? To go to southeastern Nigeria to answer such call. Then his enemy, they set trap for him on the road. Not them, oh, not them. This is a common language we speak in Nigeria. Not them. He fall into their trap, and what happened? He was killed. Okay. Not IPOB. Okay. What was the match? You know the right answer. The questions we're asking now: who killed Gulak Mohammed? Hope Uzodinma is the only person that has the right solution to that question. It's an equation solution. Gulak Mohammed plus IPOB is equal to Hope Uzodinma all over FGN. Write it for me. I'll answer it again. Hope Uzodinma plus IPOB. No. Leave it. Gulak assassination. Let me tell you, remember me or go and wait, is an equation. I will solve it. Go and screen it back after this platform or interview. Just go and listen. Write it. Call me. I will tell you. I know equation. Let me tell you more than anybody. That equation, Hope Uzodinma is the answer. Are you listening to me? Hope Uzodinma is the answer of that equation. Let me tell you, Hope Uzodinma knows the right solution to that question. Who killed Gulak Mohammed? Then, when you talk about Dr. Chike Akunyili, our own son, the husband to the, oh my God, estranged former Minister of Information and DG NAFDAC. Why couldn't the Anambra kill their own? They just use these people as yardstick, or it's a time, that they know if anything like that happen in the southeast, all hands, every fingers will be pointing at IPOB. Let me tell you, that's why they perpetrated that start act. Chike was not killed by IPOB. IPOB are not murderers. America knows it, Britain knows it, the whole world knows it. They're all over the world, of course, and everybody knows their objectivities. The objectives of the IPOB is just to give us Biafra. United Nations, not even Nigeria. If Nigeria insists they won't give us Biafra, we'll know how to get our state back. For revolution cannot be achieved by velvet glove. everybody knows. You cannot use ordinary velvet glove and achieve revolution. It is by what? Scatakato, blood. You use blood, you pay with bank. There must be a lot of banks, and it's going on over there. If they don't allow Igbos to go, that is it. We know the ultimate price of revolutions. And let me tell you, no matter how difficult or dangerous revolution might be, there are survivors to live, to tell the story. We are not afraid or scared of any Gumi. We are not afraid or scared of any Mugono. We are not afraid or scared of this current chief of army staff, general staff, or whatever they call themselves. Even Boss Mustafa is there. Gumi is saying nonsense. He could not bring all this ranting of who Sheikh Gumi on the desk or table of Mr. President and say, let us take care of this man. Because Gumi is not an Igbo man. He's a cleric. He's a Muslim cleric. Buhari loves Islam more than his life. That's why he's not doing the needful. There are a lot of people to be prosecuted in the north over there that are feeling the crisis and terror, act of terror going on in the northeast. But Buhari will not do anything about it because Igbo man is his perceived enemy. Igbo man, he has hate, such abhorrence for Igbo man. I'm telling you, such hatred, unequaled. I've never seen it before. When he was there in 1985, Buhari could not give an Igbo man a very good post. You know what he did us? He sold and marketed all our warehouses at Mpo. He rendered many billionaires Igbos useless. He seized their import licenses and exportation licenses. He broke into their warehouse and marketed their goods, auction prices, because he has such hatred for Igbo man. After this aftermath of the Nigerian Biafran Civil War in 1970, Buhari went to Asaba and shot dead 1,000 Asaba men. No children was among, no family. Do not say I'm quoting wrong or giving wrong quotation, but all were men. And after the war, Asaba people, they lack men. Male folk was very, very scarce in that part of Nigeria because all their men were mown down by with plague. Nigerian, I don't know what is wrong with Nigeria government. Some people will get passing 6. Some people will get standard 3. Some people will get their GC and even up to A level. Some people will get their what? University education, this with certificate. Nigerian government will not give them work. They will be employ people that are not qualified to be in that particular office position. Why? Injustice, cross inequality, ethnicity. When is all these vices? When are they? All these vices are going to leave this country. The government of this country, let me tell you, we are what? Eating sand in this regime. But all I know, if you are suffering in Nigeria now and you are not speaking out, you are not doing anything about it, I tell you, if you are not doing anything about it, well, I have a message for you. I'm doing my own and I don't give a damn. I don't care.
Yeah, we have somebody on, a guest star. Halia Mandiba. Halia Mandiba, good morning. Nigeria will end, according to Gumi, if the federal government brand bandits as terrorists. Let's have your opinion, sir.
My opinion is very short. If we look at it this way, if Nigeria does not end when Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu are declared as terrorists, so why should Nigeria end if bandits are declared as terrorists? That is to tell you that this government is not fair. This government is not fair. And as you have heard from all the reviewers, it is very clear that the government of Muhammadu Buhari is partial. The government of Muhammadu Buhari is partial, and there is a lot of favoritism in this government. You understand? So if declaring the
Okay, thank you very much.
If declaring the bandits as terrorists will end Nigeria, will not Nigeria end?
Thank you very much, Mr. this morning. Who do we have online this morning? Can I see somebody here to speak with us this morning? Okay, Mr. Raf.
So let me tell you, those people that are happy in this arrangement, you call yourself a South-South, you should know that you are a slave. You understand yourself to be a Southeasterner in Nigeria, you know yourself that Fulani is calling you a slave. Southwest, Fulani is calling you a slave. What about Mid-Belt? They have begun to be what? Apprehensive this time around that they are slaves to the Fulani North. Mid-Belt, they are doing what? They are disconnecting themselves. They are distancing themselves from the North, politically and otherwise. So let me tell you, you that lives in the Southeast and the where? South-South, as a John, Semi-Igbo, Urobo, Isoko, Edo, Bini, I don't think you understand what your politicians are doing you. The kind of damages they are causing in your land. They are causing your personality to your family. Look at Chike, Edwin Clark. Let me tell you, the whole money goes into his family pockets. How much has he been using to develop the NDDC? Niger Delta area, how much? How many developments? What are the social infrastructures and amenities there? The money that are budgeted for that area is meant for development. Does Edwin Clark try to soft pedal? Okay, let me say fast track the development of that region? No. The whole money is going to do Edwin Clark and his family. It's just South. I'm not abusing you, but reduce your drinking attitude so that you will recall back to be a normal human being we know you as. Deltans, I tell you, you don't know the cost of damages. The damages the Fulani regime has been causing you. Delta states are supposed to be the most developed states of this federation, but look at them today. No roads, social amenities, infrastructures, nothing is working, nothing is going on there. What about industrializations? What about unemployment there? Nothing is going on today in the Niger Delta region of this country. And your politicians are still messing up. Next election, you are going there. You will line up as Mumu. All of you are fools. It is time for everybody to have a rethink. I tell you, the Hausa Fulani oligarchy, they have collapsed. As I'm talking to you now, the Northern elders, I don't know the kind of call that they were asking to allow Igbos to secede. But I see all this as just what? A dance of shame. Eye service. You are writing it on the paper, you are not doing it, taking it into action. I just see it as what? Verbal. You are just saying it. You are not living, you are not doing it. I'm telling you, it is time for everybody to have a rethink in Nigeria. Fulani regime has rubbished this country. Nothing good has ever come out from Buhari regime, but division, terrorism, banditry, killings of all sorts, and divisions.
Wonderful talk. Thank you. If you live in South Africa, you can stay for like 12 hours today. Yeah, we have come to the end of Bystanders and Newsstands. I'm Christian Chuku. Thank you everyone for participating into this program. Today's program was for support. You don't know what we face here every day. Thank for your support and all that you do. But I want to call on the police, please release. Let's look into a missing reporter. The reporter that has been missing. Let's look. A Vanguard reporter has been missing in Benue State. Please, let's look into his release because we reporters, journalists, we know what we face every day. Thank you very much for your support. Big thank you to the boss, Flip TV, Mr. Abiodun Kukoli. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Ifeanyi, and Mr. Femi. I'm Christian Chuku on this other edition of the program. We are on Facebook, so we are able as we meet tomorrow by God's grace and as God keeps us. Bye for now.